to the Hardison and Cochran podcast. In today's episode, North Carolina Workers' Compensation Board-Certified Specialist Attorney Ben Cochran discusses permanent impairment ratings in North Carolina workers' comp claims. Now, here's Ben Cochran.
If you've been injured on the job and you've gone through your medical treatment that's been provided to you by the insurance company, ultimately you will be directed to a physician that will render you at maximum medical improvement. That means that you have gone through the healing period and a physician, the authorized treating physician, has indicated you're as good as you're going to get, that you have reached maximum medical improvement. What this means under the law is that at that point, if you have suffered an injury that has resulted in any type of permanent partial disability, then you will be entitled to a settlement. The settlement is based upon what's called the North Carolina Ratings Guide, as well as the general statutes. The treating physician uses the North Carolina Ratings Guide, which is propounded by the Industrial Commission, in order to assign the permanent partial disability rating. Using that permanent partial disability rating, there are specific calculations that the insurance company and you utilize to determine the amount of your settlement. Factors that are included are the amount of the permanent partial disability rating and your compensation rate. Ultimately, it's based upon a system of weeks, and it's sent to the Industrial Commission for approval. If you have a question as to whether or not your permanent partial impairment rating is correct, or whether or not the settlement amount is correct, please give us a call. Finding out the answer is free.
We'd like to thank you for listening to the Hardison and Cochran Attorneys at Law podcast. If you would like a free consultation about you or a loved one's legal situation, please go to lawyernc.com. For a full list of episodes, please visit lawyernc.com/podcast.
Listening to this podcast does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and Hardison and Cochran. Hardison and Cochran does not accept new clients until obtaining a signed agreement. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be intended or taken as legal advice. If you have a legal matter, contact a licensed attorney in your state about your specific set of circumstances.